Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to welcome you to what has become one of the most sought-after cancer fundraiser events of the year. Cinema Guzzo is both privileged and honored to be associated with the Hboc. Cancer research isn't only a doctor's issue. It actually concerns us all, and we should, as you are all doing tonight, actively participate in helping to find a cure. Once again, I'd like to thank you for your presence and involvement tonight.
Most cancers, most breast and ovarian cancers are caused by multiple reasons. There is a particular variety which is the hereditary breast and ovarian cancer, which the predominant cause of these cancers is a genetic mutation.
Everyone loved Marla. Everybody wanted to be close to her, and she touched the lives of many, many people.
My mother was the type of person who was a very strong-willed lady. She constantly strove to help people, to find better ways to help me, to make me happier. She wanted people to be aware of her story, of what happened to her, and how it can happen to anybody.
My mother believed that knowledge is power. She discussed her illness openly and publicly.
She knew that she wasn't going to beat the disease, but she was going to fight it and put up a good fight. But it was all about helping others.
There's no doubt in my mind that had I been tested for the BRCA gene in the year 2000, I would not have gotten this cancer.
There are two genes responsible for hereditary breast and ovarian cancer, BRCA1 and BRCA2. These genes preserve the integrity of our genetic code. If a mutation in one of these genes occurs, the code is broken. The broken code often results in uncontrollable cell growth, the hallmark of cancer. The BRCA gene mutation can be passed on from either the mother or the father. Children have a 50% chance of inheriting the gene, and their children will have a 50% chance, and so on.
In 2003, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I was tested, my mother and Jana, my daughter, and we all tested positive for the BRCA2 gene.
If you're a woman and you're found to carry the BRCA gene, your lifetime risk of breast cancer is in the order of 90%, and your lifetime risk of ovarian cancer can be as high as 60 to 75%.
It's very important to realize that men also carry the BRCA gene. Men are at equal risk, but unfortunately, because these are seen as women's cancers, too little is done and too late.
I am a carrier of this. I have 3 wonderful children who, after being tested, are carriers of it. I am blessed with 6 grandchildren who, of course, later on, when they reach a certain age of puberty, they will be tested.
I moved here from Europe. I had less than 1% of my patients possess the gene. But because Montreal has 2 of the ethnic groups that tend to carry the gene, Ashkenazi Jews as well as French Canadians, now almost 15% of my patients possess the gene.
Yes, it is a relief for me to know that I have the gene because I feel that there's something I could do about it, as opposed to the general population who, of course, is still at risk for breast cancer, who aren't going to be followed and monitored and screened as closely as I am. So I feel like I'm ahead of the game. I would like to see more options available in the future for my daughter because she has a 50% chance of carrying the gene as well.
Hboc started out of personal and family tragedy. My wife's sister died of BRCA-related breast cancer. Living through her experiences, we came to the realization that something must be done for future generations.
The money that we're raising has done so much. I hear of people in the community, I hear of more awareness, I hear of more people who want to find out their family histories.
We've also noticed Canadian and North American heightened awareness for the BRCA issue. And I think that's due to individuals speaking out.
I said to myself that breasts are aesthetic, you don't need them for anything, and if it just means a surgery and they can reconstruct them, then that's what I'll do.
They say that early detection and knowing your risks are key to surviving breast and ovarian cancer. Well, a couple of Montrealers want to make it easier for women to find out if they have the gene that predisposes them to the disease.
The kind of thing we have to be aware of is that family history comes from both sides. Your father and your mother contribute genes. So people often forget that your father's sister with breast cancer is just as important, or maybe even more important, than your mother's sister.
And if you'd like more information about the Hereditary Breast and Ovarian Cancer Foundation, you can reach them at 514-482-8174.
I believe we have a responsibility to educate family doctors and general gynecologists. And we have a responsibility to educate the public as well, so that they too report in time.
In order to pursue our goal of awareness, we sponsored an international symposium in 2005. At that event, we've had 250 attendees or learners who heard speeches and talks given by 35 expert faculty in the world.
It was a very good forum to exchange ideas about this extremely difficult, complex disease.
Without this organization, I would probably be a basket case, knowing that I would be alone, having the gene and not knowing where to turn to for support.
We have gone such a long way, and people have been so much more generous than we ever expected.
The red carpet event is a wonderful thing. It brings people together.
If my mother was here tonight, she would look into the crowd and see all the people that came here in support of the foundation. She would be very proud of all that has been accomplished.
I don't usually volunteer for very many organizations, but being a carrier of the gene myself, I wanted to devote my time to this very important organization.
The foundation's success is really attributed to the amazing group of volunteers who put so much time and effort into this event. These people come out, they're our friends, they're our family, and they're also a lot of other people who have learned about the event, who have learned about the cause, who have gotten involved over the years because they believe in what we're doing. And it's thanks to everyone involved that we're able to do this.